Zombie.
Negative. The being is inorganic and heavily damaged. That is a zombie.
Imagine two of the most unstoppable forces in the Marvel Universe, locked in combat day after day, year after year, with no winner in sight. For 5 long years, Ikaris has been trading blows with none other than a zombified Captain Marvel. But why? What makes this endless battle so important that neither one can walk away? Today, we're breaking down the shocking reason behind this 5-year war, what it means for the Marvel Zombies universe, and the terrifying consequences if Ikaris ever fails. To start, let's ground this in the bigger picture. In the regular Marvel timeline, the events of Infinity War and the blip set the stage for the Eternals movie. Thanos wipes out half of all life. 5 years pass, and then when everyone comes back, the Celestials begin their emergence. That's when Ikaris reunites with the other Eternals, and we get the story we all know. But in the Marvel Zombies universe, things play out completely differently. The zombie infection starts spreading across Earth right at the beginning of Infinity War. That means there's no snap, no blip, and no delayed emergence. The entire sequence of events we're familiar with is disrupted by the infection. And this is crucial, because it changes Ikaris' mission entirely. You see, in this version of events, Ikaris never has to betray Ajax or gather the other Eternals. There's no time for that, because Earth has already become ground zero for a cosmic level plague. And while we might not have the full step-by-step account of how it all unfolds, one thing is clear: Ikaris is still a soldier of Arishem, bound to follow orders with absolute loyalty. Now here's where Captain Marvel enters the story. Think about it. Nick Fury likely would have hit that emergency pager the second the infection spread. In the original timeline, that signal is meant to bring Carol Danvers back to help stop Thanos. But in this universe, she returns to a planet already overrun by the undead. And somewhere in the chaos, she gets infected herself, and that's when the nightmare begins. Why? Because Captain Marvel isn't just another Avenger. This is someone who can fly through space unaided, tear through fleets of starships, and unleash power levels that rival gods. If an infected Captain Marvel manages to break free of Earth's quarantine, the zombie plague doesn't just stay on one planet. It spreads across the entire galaxy. To Arishem, that's a direct threat to the Celestials themselves. So imagine the order handed down to Ikaris: contain Captain Marvel. Don't let her escape, no matter the cost. And suddenly, the image of these two characters locked in a 5-year stalemate makes perfect sense. Think about how terrifying that is. Zombie Captain Marvel isn't just hungering for flesh. She's still wielding all the destructive cosmic energy she had in life, only now twisted by the infection. And on the other side, you've got Ikaris, a being designed by the Celestials, practically indestructible, with laser vision, flight, and combat skills honed for millennia. Two unstoppable forces, locked in a fight neither of them can fully win. This is why their battleground earns the title, the Valley of the Fallen Gods. It's a dead zone where no one dares to enter, because anyone caught in the crossfire is instantly obliterated. Blade even describes their fight as an endless struggle. Two titans colliding, unable to finish each other off, but destroying anyone who comes too close. But that only answers part of the question. The deeper mystery is this: where are the rest of the Eternals? If they can't be infected, because remember, they're not biological beings, but advanced constructs of the Celestials. Why aren't they fighting alongside Ikaris? Did they fall in battle trying to contain other threats? Did they scatter to protect different regions of Earth? Or maybe Arishem gave them entirely separate directives, leaving Ikaris as the lone warden of Captain Marvel. It's one of the biggest unanswered threads in this storyline, and honestly, I hope Marvel Zombies explores it further in the next season. Now let's step back and look at the bigger implications. If Ikaris truly is under orders to keep Captain Marvel grounded, it tells us something about the Celestials themselves. It means that they view the zombie infection not just as a planetary disaster, but as a universal plague. The Celestials seed life across galaxies specifically so that new Celestials can emerge. If the infection corrupts those life forms, the entire cosmic cycle collapses. In that sense, Ikaris isn't just protecting Earth, he's safeguarding the future of the Celestials' grand design. And here's where the tragedy comes in, because as much as Ikaris is loyal to his mission, the reality is that he's doomed to an endless fight. Captain Marvel can't be permanently killed by him, and he can't abandon his post. Imagine that. 5 years of constant combat, no rest, no victory, just eternal struggle. It's brutal, it's exhausting, and it paints Ikaris in a new light. Not as a traitor like we saw in Eternals, but as a soldier making the ultimate sacrifice. But let me throw out a theory of my own. What if the fight itself isn't just about containment? What if it's also about distraction? By keeping Captain Marvel fully engaged, Ikaris might be preventing her from using her powers to think, strategize, or escape. Zombies aren't mindless in every version. We've seen infected heroes retain fragments of memory and personality. If a cosmic-powered zombie like Carol Danvers managed to break away, even for a moment, she might come up with a way to spread the plague off-world. In that sense, Ikaris' battle isn't just physical, it's psychological warfare, keeping her locked in combat so she never has the chance to plan. And that opens the door to a chilling possibility. What if she eventually does break free? The Nova Corps may have cordoned off Earth, but could even they withstand an infected Captain Marvel? Remember, this is the same person who tore through the Kree Armada like paper. The entire Marvel cosmic hierarchy could collapse if she escapes. And that would make Ikaris' fight not just noble, but absolutely essential to the survival of the universe. At the end of the day, the image of Ikaris and zombie Captain Marvel locked in combat for half a decade is more than just a cool visual. It's a metaphor for unstoppable forces clashing in an unwinnable war. It's a story about duty, sacrifice, and the terrifying consequences of what happens when the most powerful heroes fall to corruption. And it leaves us with the lingering question, what happens next? Will the other Eternals return to back him up? Will Arishem intervene directly? Or will zombie Captain Marvel finally overpower him and break loose? Whatever the answer, one thing's certain, this fight is one of the most important battles in the entire Marvel Zombies universe.